seem to remember going to pitch at half time at Parkhead though, and having a warm up before the rest of the players.
And I think Falkirk are going to have a go here. I just think that's John Hughes' mentality. You know, I know Ian was saying, does he stick it to and sit in and try and sneak one? I think they're going to come out and have a go, and they either get back into the game or they don't. And you know, that is going to leave gaps at the back for Celtic. But that man there certainly has to be a bigger influence in the game than he was in the first half. I didn't think we built him up before the game, and he didn't really produce the performance in the first 45 that we know he can.
Latapi at fault for the opening goal, undoubtedly scored by Sean Maloney. That's Ed McGeady who got the second goal. That has put Celtic in a very strong position, halfway towards reclaiming top spot in the SPL. With the second half, Mark and Jock.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how Falkirk go about this, and I think that's quite right that the boys are saying at half time. I think they'll come out with a real blast for the first 10 minutes, see if they can get back in the game. One goal again would change things. John Hughes will have told them that. One goal to go to 2-1, and suddenly the match is back on real thin ice for Celtic. So it's Maloney and Hartson ready to go, and referee Callum Murray is satisfied. No change in either lineup. So we're off for the second half, and the pattern will be set, I'm sure, very quickly when things settle a little bit, but I'm sure Falkirk will be determined to try and make an impact quickly. Run the risk, Mark. I think I've been taking a bigger drubbing, but it must really have a go.
Oh, I think so. His mentality. He'll always have a go. I think if they concede more goals, he'll still try and keep going forward. I think that's the mentality of him and the way he plays the game. His team's set up to be like that one. I think he'll just be wanting Russell Latapi, you know, to be getting on the ball a lot more than he did in the first half, and further forward up when he's getting on the ball.
Yeah, I think it deserves great credit actually, because there must have been some temptation to think of putting on people like maybe Vitor Lima and Craig McPherson for the second half to tighten things up a bit at the back, but that certainly would have killed the chances, I think, of getting forward to telling effect. So he's still looking for that with Moutinho, who scored the winner for the reserves against Celtic in midweek. Playing on the right hand side of the attack. Here's McGeady. Big success in the first half, I would suggest. The flashes of brilliance he showed, and of course an excellent second goal. Aldi's header goes straight against Duffy. This is Gow. Thompson picks up the pass intended for Duffy. Now Latapi. Falkirk haven't had enough from him in the match so far. That's a much better pass. O'Donnell tackled well by McManus. A very good recovery tackle by McManus. But it certainly was necessary. This is McGeady. Doubling up here, Moutinho and Scally. The second man got him, Scally.
Good work there again by McGeady, just carrying the ball. Good 30-40 yards. Super interception there. O'Donnell just getting himself in an advanced position. A wee little turn there. McManus reading that. Decisive interception there.
16th consecutive match for Stephen McManus in the Celtic first team. There's Nakamura turning away from O'Donnell. And Gordon Strachan will obviously have mentioned the importance of a killer third goal to his team. Pull that into Nakamura. This is Maloney. Not too many options around him there. Now Telfer. Well, Falkirk starting the second half in a similar pattern to the one in which they opened up the game. It was very successful for a long time in that first half. Without carving out too many chances, Artur Boruc was pretty idle in the first half. That will be a concern to John Hughes and Brian Rice, I'm sure, and the Falkirk management team. Now Maloney's come short, giving that away very cheaply there to Thompson. There's Latapi. A hopeful ball aimed towards Duffy, it's won by Balde. Here's Petrov on the charge. Now Camera. Petrov again. McGeady calls for the ball, likes to take the ball when he's marked. He's confident enough to do that. Not the best of passes that by McGeady. Celtic in no hurry. And why should they be? Well, there's 2-goal cushion.
Doing what you would expect a team that's 2-0 up to do. Keep the ball. Let your opponents chase all over the park. And don't force it. Don't rush it.
Slip there by Petrov, allowing Scally to pick up the misguided pass. That's Platinho to Thompson. Awkward for Platinho. Not though for Camara. That's McManus now. Over the top it goes for Maloney. Chance to take on Laurie. Good running by Maloney. And it's blocked inside the area there by O'Donnell. Kept in play by Scally. Not too many options made available there to Maloney as he came inside. Beautifully clipped pass there by Latipe to Milne. Not yet really playing in an area to hurt Celtic. Now Gow has come short. It's awkward for Camara. He did very well indeed, then showed a lot of confidence in his goalkeeper. McGeady drifting inside to get on the ball. Now Hartson. Well tackled by O'Donnell. Thompson. Coutinho, Portuguese. Interception made there by Lennon. Very effective one. Well, Falkirk do need something really to bring them to life here.
Yeah, the longer the game keeps going like this, it will definitely take the wind out the Falkirk sails. Just keep retaining the ball, Celtic, from side to side. There's nothing worse than being 2-0 down and just chasing the ball all game.
Well, you think too that in that match we saw here against Hearts, they were so effective in the first half, but did run out of gas a little bit in the second half. They were caught in the end by Hearts. And this time they're trying to retrieve a match which looks to be running away from them very rapidly. Hartson driving that against Milne. It's back now with Lennon. Good awareness shown there by Petrov. McGeady to Petrov. Now Neil Scally in possession for Falkirk. Well, he's complaining there wasn't enough happening. And Neil Scally, in fact, having an exchange with Russell Latipe there. Not happy with Latipe not making himself available, I think, inside for him. O'Donnell with Nakamura. Settles for the throw, O'Donnell. Well, a little bit of bickering going on among the Falkirk players at the moment. They're not happy, all of them. And Latipe, in fact, is a bit of a target for some of them. They'll be well aware of his terrific ability, but will be concerned when he disappears, as he has done for long periods of this match. This is Milne. Now O'Donnell. Hustled out of that there by Lennon. Off goes Baldy at pace. Maloney calls for the ball to be played in. Was he offside? No. Well, the flag is now up. Very, very belatedly.
I think that was under pressure from the home support there. It was a good 5 or 6 seconds after. Clearly offside. Here we go, waiting for that to be cleared, and oh, yeah, it was offside.
Well, it's when he touches the ball, I think he goes offside, but he didn't touch the ball. The defender did. Strange one. James B on the line. Good control from Brian Rice. Coming the clock back a bit. Good tackle there by Gow. Gow to Milne. Well, Celtic demonstrating their superior quality in possession now with that 2-goal cushion. Makes life so much easier. Oh, a real handball, that one. Bounced awkwardly there for Camara. McLennan comes for that. Header down by Baldy. Too quick for McGeady across the ground. Not going right for Moutinho this afternoon. Very much a favourite here at Falkirk too.
Offensively, it's not going well at all for Falkirk. Losing possession very easily.
Here's O'Donnell. The real enigma though is surely Latipi. Mark, he still hasn't been able to get on the ball in the second half at all.
Not at all. I think looking over at the dugout there, every time that the ball is being played around at the back, all they're wanting to do is to get the ball forward and try and get the team up the park, get the midfield up the park. And at the moment, they're failing to do anything at the moment. They're giving the ball away very, very cheaply. There's nothing gone forward since the start. There's been, as you'd expect them, looking to get them balls at the side of the two centre-halves, and that's not happened at all.
Good play by Gow. This is Duffy, more promising now for Falkirk. Duffy, good effort, well held by Boric. That was top-class goalkeeping.
That's better stuff. That's what John Hughes will be looking for. The ball up to the strikers, and people breaking forward. 4 or 5 players there. A shot hitting the target, making Boric work. A comfortable save in the end there.
Held it very competently as it came off the surface in front of him.
That's what Falkirk are going to do more of. That gives the team confidence, gets the team moving forward.
Milne to Thompson. Moutinho's return pass is careless. Well, discussions being on the Falkirk bench now between Brian Rice and John Hughes. There's going to be a change shortly, I think. That's for McGeady to retrieve. Skelly denying him any space at all. Well, a little bit of an exchange there between the two players. Here's Camara now with the throw. Given away very easily by Maloney. I just wonder actually, Mark, if some of the Falkirk players, and Latipi in particular, has formed the view this match is beyond them. Remember, Latipi is due to go up and play in World Cup qualifiers next week.
Well, the way they've started, that probably would back that up, that statement, Jock. You would have expected more. I think John Hughes will be looking to make a change very shortly.
Vitor Lima coming on.
Yeah, looking to get this shaken up. Start to the second half has been very, very flat. They need something to kick-start this game for them.
Moutinho's going on. Hasn't had the happiest of matches. In fact, has been a very effective substitute for much of the season. Didn't work for him today.
I'm not surprised, had a poor game. Looking for this man to do a lot more.
Normally plays in the holding midfield role, Lima. We'll have to some reorganisation if he's replacing Moutinho. Gow doing a good defensive job there on Petrov. Thompson too big a hurry there with a pass. He could have taken possession there and held it. No one told him that. Here's Lennon now with the throw. Maloney eased off the ball by Lima. This is Duffy. Well, Duffy and O'Donnell and Thompson have always shown the kind of commitment required here. They really have battled hard and competed. Like Milne too have done that, but one or two other areas of the team haven't had quite the same kind of belief. Latipi forced to turn back. That's Lima's pass. There's Scally, another genuine competitor in the Falkirk ranks. Duffy. Thompson. Back it comes to Lima. Well, he kept it down very well. Hit it with a lot of power. The accuracy not quite there though.
It's a better passage of play though for Falkirk. They've made some passes. They've moved the ball, rotated it from side to side, and got a midfield player breaking forward. They struck it well, but off target. I think he'll be a little bit happy. Starting to get efforts now on the Celtic goal.
That was Tommy Burns' end there when they lost that cup semi-final replay to Falkirk and Celtic. back in April '97. Tony Burns will have sore memories, I think, of these two matches in particular. A 1-1 draw and then a 1-0 defeat in the replay. So the reorganisation has involved Darryl Duffy moving to the position vacated by Moutinho on the right, and Latapy pushing forward into the centre forward position. So Gao, so it's a front three of Duffy, Latapy and Gao, and Lima has replaced Latapy in the centre of midfield. This is Telfer. Now Lennon. Heavy challenge by O'Donnell. Well, sometimes you need one or two challenges like that just to remind opposition that you're still in the game.
Yeah, you need an incident. Falkirk are looking, they need an incident now to get everybody up, the fans up. It's very, very flat throughout the ground. You can sometimes hear a pin drop. You know, sometimes fans need to inspire players and players vice versa. I think the way this is going at the moment, something is going to be needed to be done pretty quickly. This game is just going to get beyond them.
Well, ideally you want to see a flash of inspired, creative play, but when that's not available, sometimes
it's a tackle.
Crunching tackle.
Yes, it's a tackle. It gets everybody together. A little incident.
Nakamura took a solid one there from Milne. There's Telfer. Headed on by Laurie. Action got well to that. Well, they're left with no option there, but they turn that out for the throw. You take a view too that from the Celtic point of view they played a very controlled game in this second half, but they haven't threatened much in attack either. Managed the clearance. Milne tackled by Hartson.
Periods in the first half, Jock, where very, very little happened in and around the goal mouth at both ends, and all of a sudden, a 2-minute spell. Almost 5 or 6 minutes of the first half, everything came alive. This is pretty much how the first half went.
There's Camera. He's ahead of him. Moved inside to try and get on the ball, but it didn't work for him. And here's O'Donnell. Careless pass, intercepted by Telfer. This is Nakamura. On the outside again is Telfer. Well, that's good running again by Petrov. That's what Petrov does so well normally. Just didn't take the ball with him that time. Lima to Duffy. Support comes from Gao. That was asking a great deal of his strike partner, that. He managed it well. Disappointing pass though. Here's Milne. Looking for O'Donnell. This is promising for Falkirk. Gao can retrieve. Now Scally. And towards Latapy, not enough pace on the pass. Petrov got in there. Falkirk fans getting a little bit of encouragement from this bit of play. Thompson's cross, the angle not quite right. And a little indication there that all may not be lost for Falkirk.
Still tweaking around at John Hughes at the moment, trying to get Russell Latapy in that area. He wants it a lot further forward. He keeps telling him that's where he wants him. They're needing somebody that's got the artistry to pick a pass. He's got it, but he needs to get on the ball to do it.
This time the free kick's running inside, and as Hartson was backing in, well, Murray deciding that one Celtic's favour. And there's McGeady. Well, that's good running again by Cameras in behind Scally. Covering player coming across was Laurie. Here's Petrov. Telfer. Looking for Hartson. Bit of pushing there by Hartson as the ball was in the air. Free kick quickly taken by Falkirk. This is Thompson going too far ahead of him, giving away the camera. Petrov again is a shooting chance perhaps. Oh, that's a very fine pass for Maloney. Good covering, good defending inside the area by Milne on Hartson.
That's the best passage of play, I think, from Celtic in this half.
Hartson looking for his 100th goal for Celtic.
And Petrov for that little slide rule ball. Good defending though. And Kenny Milne just getting there just in time in front of John Hartson. He said looking for his 100th goal.
Marking's tight. Made it difficult there for all the Celtic players. Falkirk with the marking. The feature of the first half. Thompson helps it on. This is Duffy now looking to hold off McManus if he can. Cross from Boric now to Telfer. Can't remember Boric actually making a save, can you?
No, very, very quiet. I think both goalkeepers have been pretty quiet, to tell you the truth. Lennon's picked the ball out the back of the net twice, but
yeah, hasn't been a save. Hasn't been a save.
Hasn't made a save.
So remember, our man of the match competition. These are the numbers to call or the text addresses to use. See if your selection agrees with that of Mark Hateley, and that will perhaps earn you the signed shirt from that man of the match. Laurie's header down. This is Neil Scally. Got the pass. Lima can switch it now to Milne. Someone on the left hand side. There is no one there, so Milne has to come inside. That's good play by Milne. Intelligent play. Lima's pass. Now Latapi trying to thread that through for the running Stephen O'Donnell, and the defending is solid by Celtic. Maloney to Hartson. This is McGeady. Hartson again now. Can he pick out a pass? Nakamura's on the right. Hartson looks to want to go alone. Walking through there with terrific strength and determination, Hartson.
There's only one thing on John Hartson's mind there. As soon as he picked that ball up, this is not his strength, but he's made his mind up. He was going for goal. There was a pass on. Nakamura on the outside of him. He used his strength there. Just run out of steam at the end.
Well, goal number 100 beckoning. Here's McGeady. Now Petrov. Nakamura now waits for Telfer to go outside, but plays it early towards Hartson. Well read by Ireland. Oh, here's Petrov with a dipping volley opportunity. Didn't catch it the way he intended. Delightful play before that though.
Great piece of skill. So aware what's going on around him. He was under pressure from Latapi. Flicking it back across. He's setting it up for the right foot volley, but
substitution. John O'Neill, a very familiar figure now, 34 years old, Dundee United and Hibs player. In the past, Stephen O'Donnell, the youngster, goes off after working very hard indeed in the Falkirk cause. Handshake there from his manager, so John O'Neill offers a lot of craft and experience to the side. Certainly play a pass, no doubt about that. Straight replacement into the left midfield position, vacated by O'Donnell. That's Maloney, now down to Nakamura.
That's definitely what Falkirk have been missing, that pass. Can add to that. I don't think they've been lacking in energy and effort. It's just that pass to open up this Celtic defence.
Glennon's clearance straight to McManus. That's a very good header. Picked out McGeady. Oh, that's good running too by Cameron. He's in behind Scally. There's Maloney. Brilliant save, and Hartson. It's goal number 100 for John Hartson. You can tell that by the delight in his face.
Absolutely delighted. It's great when you get to that 100 mark. And he's absolutely delighted. His teammates are delighted for him as well. a great achievement. I think that will be one of his easiest goals, but he's got, after that 100, some spectacular ones. Doesn't come in any easier than that. Great work from McGeady to start it. And a nice little tap in there for your 100th goal for the club. And Celtic's third on the day. Good save from Glennon there. Second one, absolutely no chance with.
It's a great save this actually, terrific save by Glennon. No answer this time though. And John Hartson has acknowledged the crowd behind Arthur Borwich's goal, 100th goal, the 28th player in Celtic's history to do that. There's been an awful lot of fairly famous names doing that. Petrov's been yellow carded for that foul. Petrov yellow carded for that heavy challenge. Final change being made. Daniel McBreen for Russell Latipi. You couldn't imagine much more of an opposite, could you?
Absolutely, but I think he'll be disappointed with his performance today. He's failed to have any sort of influence on the game whatsoever, and I think that's been to the detriment of the Falkirk performance. He makes everything happen. It's not happened today. Complete opposite play coming on now.
Yep. Bustling, bringing centre forward, Daniel McBreen, scoring against Rangers. 1-1 draw. Here's a chance for Maloney, and it's very close indeed.
That was a super piece of play there from Celtic. And John Hartson here. Great strength, as you'd expect. Stayed on his feet, but that's a super ball in. Should say Maloney should score there. He's got in a good contact on it. Great play here from Hartson. Great ball in. I'd say gilt edge opportunity for the young man.
168 games it took John Hartson, many of these as sub, to get his 100 goals. A very fine record indeed. And Stephen Thompson's free kick. Header away there by Hartson. There's Petrov, now Nakamura. Here's Maloney. Held up well by Laurie. Now Go. Back to Scally. That's a good pass from Go. Here's McBreen, back to Go. A chance here for Falkirk. I wanted that in his left foot.
Yeah, too late, too long, no time, less level. Left or right foot, he should have the ability from that distance to hit the target. Try to get it onto his left foot. Good time for Kamara to get back, make the tackle.
His left foot takes a corner. Cleared by Telfer. That's Lima. Thompson. Launched away there by Neil Lennon, perfectly correctly.
Yeah, good play there from Neil Lennon, and he took his eyes off the ball here. Some players just come out. He was aware of the situation, just point the ball away.
Across goes John O'Neill to take this corner kick. One cap he had against Poland in 2001, O'Neill. Comfortably taken by Boric, and now the counter-attack is on. Inevitably, Petrov supporting Maloney. Nakamura's on the right, McGeady on the left. That should be the goalkeeper's ball though.
A sloppy pass there from Sean Maloney. Good opportunity for Celtic to add. Just needed to steady himself down. A bit more composure.
Well, the keeper becoming a firm favourite of these Celtic supporters, even although he's had next to nothing of significance to do in this match.
Well, what he's had to do is done quite calmly. Shows a great air of confidence. Can we have a confident keeper that spreads amongst the back four?
Duffy couldn't get there in time. Baldy made sure that there was no danger coming from that. Comfortable after him for Baldy, and McManus
Yeah, they've had a comfortable afternoon, but I think what they've done well as well, Joe. I think Manus especially, he's had a couple of interceptions. He's won all his tackles. His forward passing has been good today as well. He's had a good game.
Nakamura lofting it back there to Lennon. Here's Nakamura, off to an international duty. Oh, that's a bad tackle. They might not be going anywhere after that. Kenny Milne crashing into the tackle, and that'll be trouble for the Falkirk defender. A yellow card indeed, and no complaints about that, I suspect.
Nakamura's foot there, just done by the skill. And just flying in, committing himself to the tackle.
I wonder that might change Gordon Strachan's plans. He's going to bring on Stephen Pearson. It was going to be Stilian Petrov coming off, I think. It still is going to be Stilian Petrov. I'm sure designed to give him a rest and protect him. Being yellow carded too, Petrov. Another consideration for a manager.
He nice have to run out for Pearson. He scored in his last one last week at Dundee United.
Staying in the centre of midfield this time because McGeady's on the left. Came on the left side of midfield last week. And that's Ireland's pass. The layoff from O'Neill to Milne. Pearson playing it back from McManus. So here's a throw to Kenny Milne. Well, that third goal surely has killed the match as a contest, unless Falkirk can do something utterly remarkable. Too many signs of that. That's a heavy tackle there by McGeady of all people on Thompson. The advantage has been allowed by the referee. He'll now take action, I'm sure, against McGeady.
I think it was more of a clumsy little skid in there. You see his feet just going away from him. The ball's being laid off, look.
Yeah, it's a slip.
It's a slip. I think the referee realised that. So a pretty good game, the referee this afternoon, Joe.
Yes, he's been all right. Yep, no problems. Big Ireland forward there towards McBreen. This is Gow trying to get there. Camera getting back with that immense pace. Well, singing from the Celtic supporters. Behind the goal, reflecting their delight at going back to the top of the SPL, and also the delight, I'm sure, about John Hartson winning goal number 100.
Yeah, I think this the game finishes with the 3 points. They'll have a good day.
Conceded a free kick there though, backing into his marker.
Still plenty of time for more goals for him to add to his 100 for all the front line.
Well, John Hartson has an afternoon to remember. Don't forget scoring your 100th goal for your club too often. He took a wonderful save from Glennon to give him that very simple chance, and he didn't half enjoy that. That's him acknowledging the Celtic supporters behind Arthur Boric. 28th player to score 100 goals for Celtic. Not a lot of chance though catching up on Jimmy McGrory, the goal scoring legend who scored 468 times at more than a goal a game, a ratio. Man of the match competition there as the referee Callum Murray has won with John Hartson, but these are the numbers to call, the text addresses to use. John Hartson may well be a candidate, but you decide who you think and see if it matches the decision made by Mark Hateley, with the signed shirt from that man of the match. McBreen penalised for the challenge on Pearson.
It's been a good day for the Celtic front line, Joe. Each one of them has scored a goal. So it's nice when you're a manager, a coach, and all your strikers are doing the job. You'll be delighted. This is for McGeady starting his first game since the first game of the season, getting a goal, having a good hand in the game as well.
Lovely header there by Hartson down to Nakamura. Yeah, Gordon Strachan, we're wondering just how much better he can get after that dreadful start he had with the defeat in Bratislava and then that 4-all draw at Park. They lost to Rangers. The last time they lost, they had well, this will be 28 points out of 30 since the Rangers defeat. If this ends as a win for Celtic, it surely must. Header on by McBreen. Clearance by McManus. Here's Lima. McBreen's layoff. This is Milne. Rolling figure of McBreen gives chase again. But no prospect of getting to that. While the policeman there making sure there's no danger.
It's been pretty poor for Falkirk. For the duration, balls going forward have been pretty poor. Service forward. He'll be disappointed today, I think, for the forward-thinking way that he plays the game.
They're going out with a bit of a whimper, aren't they? There's nothing really to suggest, really, since the first goal went in. There's only going to be one winner, really, and that'll disappoint him. Here's Maloney. Pearson's through the middle. McGeady's arriving late too. Just beyond Pearson and too far ahead of McGeady. Thompson hasn't stopped battling right from the start. Well, that's a very effective dummy. McBreen did well, stepping away from McManus. Too far ahead of Gow, and it's very well claimed by Boric.
Very alert keeper. He's not had a lot to do. Retaining his concentration. Very easy for a goalkeeper when you're as redundant as he's been today, just to switch off.
I wonder too, Mark, is there a statement we made here by Celtic, because you remember that watch Maloney here on the break. This could be a chance again, setting up Pearson. Miscued completely.
It was poor, that one. Pearson, good work there. Sean Maloney was turning his defender. I thought he was going to go on and have a shot himself. He's already got one under his belt, but elected to pull the ball back.
It was very good play by Maloney.
Just poor body position there from Pearson.
Just wonder if Falkirk have a 2-2 draw here against Hearts. They have a 1-1 draw with Rangers, so they're likely main contenders along with Hibs for Celtic. But Celtic have come here and won very comfortably indeed.
Very
Is that
comfortably.
telling us something about the league race?
Well, I think you said it before. I think Falkirk, second half performances haven't matched up to like first half performances. They've seemed to run out of steam, and it's the way that they play the game. Midfield, the very high energy players. Thompson, O'Donnell in there, high energy, and it's very, very difficult to play at that sort of tempo for 90 minutes. And when that does kick in, when that tiredness does kick in, it gives good teams more time and more space in which to play in.
So Ross Wallace will come on to further reduce the average age of the Celtic side. That's been a feature of the changes they've made, with McGeady in the side, Maloney in the side, Pearson coming on. Now we're going to see Ross Wallace.
McManus as well.
McManus is in the side already. Yeah, that's a big criticism earlier on that the side was ageing together too rapidly. So we have a new Celtic team developing, perhaps. A couple of substitutes are going to be made, I think. Adam Virgo also coming on. He's a young man as well. He's 22 years old. So John Hartson, I think, is going to get a particular round of applause here as he makes for the dugout. And there is the applause from the Celtic supporters reacting to the departure of Hartson. Maloney too is going off. Only here we're quite so happy. Hartson, I'm sure, we're perfectly pleased to go off, having done his job.
I'm delighted with this. He's been searching for this all game. Thank you very much, John Hartson, 6-yard box. You know who my money's on.
10 for the season he scored there. So it's Wallace and Virgo for Maloney and Hartson. Let's see how that affects the team. Virgo has gone, in fact, to centre forward. He's replacing Hartson.
Well, we talked about that at half time, didn't we? Who could go up and give him a hand. Virgo is the man. He's pretty big, pretty same sort of stature as John Hartson.
McGeady is going to join him, centre forward, with Wallace on the left. Virgo doing the Hartson job. There's Scally. Thompson's header. Here's McBreen. And offside against Gow. Disappointment there for Falkirk. Gary Smith on the line. Wallace now turning and has to turn back to Camera. That's for Virgo. Now Camera. Pearson to Wallace. Adam Virgo getting a chance to show his great versatility. That's one of the reasons he was signed, because he can play all across the back four. He can offer a shift in midfield and he can play up here at centre forward. Certainly a young man who wants to train very hard, I think, Mark, to keep the weight down.
Yeah. Big strapping lad.
Telfer's pass. Here's Lennon again in space. He has been throughout the match for Celtic. McManus picks out Wallace. Wallace scored a hat-trick against Falkirk last season in the League Cup at Celtic Park, an 8-1 victory. Clearly will fancy his task here. He's away from Scally. Scally sticking to the task though, denying him the space. Deserves great credit. Neil Scally, what do you call a jobbing journeyman pro. He's around the houses a bit and offering a real shift to his team today. Lima. Go to McBreen. Duffy. Former Rangers player. Well, Duffy guilty of a foul there on Lennon. Sees the humorous side of that, wants to have a little chat with him, I think. What was that all about? I think he's asking.
A little wind up. Not seen that before in Milan, have we?
Virgo the target. He's guilty of John Hartson challenge, and it's a free kick to Falkirk. This is McBreen. Forward it goes towards Duffy, but he won't get there ahead of Boric, Camera or Baldy. Awkward there for Laurie. He's just found McGeady with the clearance. Now Wallace. Camera. Celtic now content to keep the ball, play out time. Well, a thoroughly satisfactory performance from league leaders. I think we'd have to say that. There's no doubt at all that they've won this comfortably.
Yeah, it was a bit tense for the first 40 minutes, Jock, and then since then it's been very, very comfortable. Okay, John Hughes will be disappointed the way his team has performed after that.
Thompson playing it wide, good pass that. Here's O'Neill. Well, he tried to find Gow, failed to do that. Virgo's pass picks out Wallace. Now McGeady. Not a good pass. Easy for Lima to escort that behind. 6,459 being announced as the attendance. Seems more than that, although for long periods they have been very quiet. Camera did well. A little touch on by Wallace. This is Pearson. Laurie's header into space there with Camera able to take all the time he wants over that. Now McManus. Across it comes to Telfer. Will Celtic offer a little flourish before the end? Careless one by Nakamura. That's Lima. Or will Falkirk offer a consolation? The last couple of home games, they lost 3-1 at home against Dundee United. They lost, or they drew 1-1 against Livingston last week, having led for most of the game. Offside flag up there against McBreen. Well, John Hughes looks quite relaxed and resigned, I think, to the state of affairs which has evolved this afternoon.
A right smile on his face there. I don't think that'll be on his face in the dressing room afterwards.
Carelessness there, creeping in. Bit of sloppy play now from Celtic. The game so well won. Gordon Strachan and Gary Pendry behind him there is number 2. Now Thompson. That's in behind there for Duffy's run, and again it was very well read by Boric. It's an aspect of his goalkeeping which really is impressive. The way he anticipates attacks and comes out very early.
Sees the play happening in front of him. Goalkeepers do that, anticipate it. As I say, it's what gives confidence to your 2 central defenders. You know your keeper's alert, sees the game happening.
Flick on there by McGeady for Virgo. 2 additional minutes being added on here at the end. Well, either side would really want that. Turned away there by Milne. A long wait now for Falkirk to play again, of course, with in the league match. They've got a fortnight before they can get back on league duty. Green battling hard. Nakamura quite happy to play the ball all the way back here to McManus. Pace is dropped. Header down there by Duffy, straight to Telfer. Well, could this have an effect, you think, on Falkirk? Maybe not.
I don't think John Hughes will allow that to happen. You know, he's a very positive thinking guy. He'll get this back out on the training ground, sort a few problems out. We've seen them had poor results, but they still remain the same football inside.
Does it suggest, though, they're perhaps too dependent on Latapi when he's not performing? There's nothing much there creatively?
Well, today especially, absolutely. We said before the game he was the man that drives this team forward, and possibly, you know, they need somebody else in the side, you know, that can add to that offensive thinking game that John Hughes plays.
Kind of dominant personality to Latapi. He's a coach also, so the players look to him for some leadership as well as some inspiration. Nakamura hustled all the way there by Lima. Kept possession well for Celtic. Well, the main stand emptying rapidly of Falkirk supporters. We've seen enough. And they came here with lots of hope and anticipation. It has dwindled since that opening goal from Sean Maloney. The final whistle goes. The Celtic supporters delighted at back. Top of the SPL, John Hartson, the man who will remember this best of all for his 100th goal for the club. Aidan McGeady scored an excellent goal on his return to the side, and for Gordon Strachan, a happy time. John Hartson acknowledging the crowd behind the goal, and now shaking hands with opponents. So let's have a look at the goals which settled this. After 40 minutes, Maloney with a pass from Camara after a very slack defensive play, particularly by Latapi. Then McGeady took advantage of Maloney's service to make it 2-0 a minute later. That settled the match, and then Camara again involved. Maloney 2, thundering in the shot, and Hartson put in the rebound, his 10th of the season, his 100th of his Celtic career, and that was a very important goal for him. So Celtic go marching on, but Falkirk is back to drawing board. Celtic looking good leaders. It's Falkirk 0, Celtic 3.